This message is for you. Do you feel that shift in the atmosphere when you enter the room? The way conversations stop mid-sentence? The way eyes follow you like you were something that they can't quite process? That's not paranoia. That's reality bending to accommodate your new frequency that you're operating on. They thought they had you figured out, didn't they? They had you categorized, labeled, filed away in their mental database under predictable, manageable, and controllable. They thought they knew your limits, your patterns, your next move. They built entire narratives around the version of you that they needed you to be. And then you walk back in just once. One single appearance. And every story they told themselves about you combusted in real time. Now they're sitting in the wreckage of their own assumptions, trying to piece together how the hell someone they dismissed, someone they underestimated and wrote off, became this. This version that they're looking at now with confusion twisting their faces and questions flooding their minds. Let me tell you what really happened in that moment that you showed up. It wasn't just that you looked different, though your physical transformation did hit them. It wasn't just your energy, though that presence that you carry makes the entire room recalibrate its emotional temperature. What really broke them, what's keeping them up at 3 in the morning, scrolling through old pictures and trying to find the moment that you evolved, what's driving them absolutely insane right now is simpler and more devastating than anything that they could have prepared for. You stopped caring whether they understood you or not. You stopped performing for their comfort. You stopped shrinking yourself to fit the box that they built for you. You stopped explaining, defending, and translating your truth into language designed to make them feel safe. And that shift from needing their validation to being completely untouched by their opinions, that's what they can't compute. That's what's making them question everything. Because now they're forced to confess something terrifying, that you were always capable of this. You were always this powerful and magnetic. They just convinced you to hide it. And now that you stopped hiding, now that you stepped into your full, unfiltered self, they realize that they never knew you at all. They knew the performance. They knew a version that was carefully curated to not threaten their ego. They knew the you that made them comfortable. But this unbothered, unapologetic, unrecognizable force standing in front of them, this is the you that was always there, waiting for permission that never came. So you gave it to yourself. Right now in group chats that you're not in, your name is being typed and deleted repeatedly. They want to talk about you so badly that their fingers are trembling. But they don't have the language for what they witnessed. They can't explain how someone who they saw falling apart is now walking around like gravity doesn't apply to them anymore. They're refreshing your profiles and analyzing your text, searching for clues, some kind of explanation for the transformation. But here's what's driving them mad. There's no trail, no evolution that they can track, no public breakdown followed by redemption arc. You just disappeared from their radar completely. And when you resurfaced, you were something else. They're asking each other what happened. Did they get money? Did they find someone? Did they move somewhere? Did something click? They're scrambling for explanations because accepting the internal truth that you simply decided to become this means that they could have done the same thing. It would mean accepting that the only difference between them and you is that you chose to stop waiting for the perfect moment and became it anyway. Now watch how they're moving around you now. Notice the hesitation before they speak, the way they're calculating their words like one wrong syllable might detonate something that they can't control. They're treating you like you're volatile, unpredictable, and dangerous. Not because you've done anything threatening, but because you become unreadable. They can't predict your reactions anymore. They can't manipulate your emotions anymore. They can't press the buttons that used to send you spiraling because you ripped those buttons out and replaced them with steel. Now every interaction feels like they're diffusing a bomb that they don't remember planting. And the best part is that you're not trying to intimidate them. You're just existing in your truth, speaking from your center, moving through a space like you own every inch of the air that your body displaces. That confidence, that ease, that complete lack of need for their approval, it's more unsettling to them than any aggressive posturing could ever be. Because aggression, they understand. Aggression is just pain performing. But this calm, this certainty, this energy that doesn't rise or for bait or fall for traps, they have no defense against that. You don't need their validation, their attention, their acceptance. You become self-sustaining, and that makes you untouchable. They're studying you like you're a case study, trying to reverse engineer your transformation like it's a formula that they can steal. They want the confidence without the loneliness. They want the glow without those dark nights, and the power without the price. They didn't see you rebuilding yourself in silence, fam. They didn't witness the nights that you sat with your pain instead of numbing it. They weren't there when you had conversations with yourself that tore you apart just to put you back together stronger. They missed the part where you died 1,000 small deaths to kill every version of yourself that wasn't real. They showed up for your resurrection and want the secrets, but you don't owe them the blueprint. You don't owe them the story. You don't owe them anything except the truth of your presence, which is this. Some transformations aren't meant to be explained. Some evolutions happen in the dark, and some power is born in silence. Some people become unrecognizable because they finally stop trying to be recognizable to people who never really saw them in the first place. So fam, don't feel bad about anything that you're doing right now. Don't feel bad about the separation. Don't feel bad about your isolation and not answering any phone call. Whatever it is that you're doing, fam, don't feel bad about it. Anything that you're doing for yourself, don't feel bad about it. This is your evolution and your process. Every moment that they underestimated you, you were taking notes, fam. Every time they made you feel invisible, you were learning how to move without being seen until you chose to be seen. Every time they made you question your worth, you were developing the kind of self-awareness that eventually becomes unstoppable. And you're unstoppable, fam. They thought they were breaking you, but they weren't. They were training you. It was training grounds, fam. So whenever you're going through your struggle, when you're going through a roadblock, know that it's your training ground. It's your preparation. Keep going, fam. Their casual dismissal and cruelty, it's beautiful now. It's poetic. It's the kind of justice that doesn't need a courtroom because it's written in your posture, fam. It's written in your silence and in a way that you no longer flinch when they try to make you feel less than. Because you know who you are now. And it's messing with their heads. It's not that you just change, because people change all the time. What's breaking their brains is that you changed without their input. You evolved without their guidance. You became this without their permission or their approval, fam. So remember that and keep going.